quitting your job and saying that you're going to start something that you're not sure of. Not so many parents can try to support you, can fully try to support you, but she has done that, even though she didn't really like the concept of, me quitting my job to do what I thought, what I think I'm passionate about. But as my mom did, it's not just about that. My mom went through the point in her life where she was one of the people you see on the streets who ate from the dustbins in Soweto. That was my mom. And she has done so well for herself. She has raised 3 kids by herself as a single parent. My dad since left. 3 kids. And she took us to the best schools, even though she did that all by herself. I could never be like her. This is somebody that I've watched throughout my life as a child, she has never done anything for herself. Like my mom doesn't buy stuff for herself, but we get to get everything we wanted. Like going to varsity, even leaving in Bobo to go to Cape Town to study because of just one woman who is just a teacher, who started so late in her career because she went through everything else that she went through. And she only started working in her late 40s. But I still had that experience of going to varsity and she paid for everything. I never in my life felt like I was raised by a single parent. You know what I mean? And I think that's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
For somebody to just, and I know she represents many other women out there that we know of. I think all of us here are sitting and we can think of our parents the same way I think of as for my mom. So I just wanted to thank her to say, that finally after me doing everything else that I had hoped for, following my dreams and everything, doing what I love, this is just to say thank you. And she's so happy. She drinks this wine like she has turned into a drunkard. So my daughter was visiting now during school holidays, and she tells me, she's like, I found her dog. That's my mom right now, and I think maybe, that makes it happy, and it makes me happy as well. So it adds even like that thing to my day, like a meaningful thing. The fact that, she's now part of the range, and I hope that this range will grow from here. And I hope that, one day when she retires from being a teacher, she can now join the wine business unit, and then this could be her retirement plan. She can sell the wine and make wine and whatever.
She can.
So Grace is a blend, actually. So it's a combination of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Shiraz, and Pinot Noir. So basically all the big names or the big red wines. So we actually ferment them separately, and then we also mature them separately. And then at the end, that's when we blend them together. So the nice thing about a blend is that you get a little bit of each and everything good about each grape. So each and every grape, obviously, that makes the wine has its own unique character. So you get to see, that's why Merlot tastes different from Cabernet Sauvignon, and that's why Pinot Noir tastes different from Shiraz. It's because they have each dominant character or characteristics that happen people. Whatever, they all have different characters. So when you blend them together, you actually get to have a little bit of everything. That's why blends are always so easier to enjoy, so easy to drink, because they are a little bit of everything. So the nice thing about it is it has been matured 18 months in oak barrels as well. So that gives it like extra character. It makes it more complex. So usually with a red wine, if it has been fermented, like these tanks like this, it will come out to be very fruity. But then when we mature it in oak barrels like those, then they come out to have different flavors that come forth. And then you get a lot of spices, a lot of vanilla as well. We call them tertiary aromas that only can be introduced into the wine with barrel maturation or fermentation. So that's what you also get from the wine. But because it's still young, it's still carrying well, it still gives you those raspberry fruits. Because obviously a red wine, you still expect black fruit. So each wine, obviously, every time you drink wine, you have to ask yourself what fruits does this wine remind you of?
Yeah.
So we can also do like a small wine tasting thing, like when you get there. So the first thing you want to do is always look at your glass. So when you look at your glass, you look at the color. That's the most important thing.
Your glass is empty. Sheko batho ba sober.
So the color is, you know, with the color, other than just the white, red, rosé, it also can tell you what grape or grape varieties that wine is, because the different grape varieties have different colors, color intensity. So if you can, when you can, buy a Pinotage, buy a Shiraz, buy a Merlot, do a comparison, even in terms of color, you will notice that the color intensity of the different grapes or the different wines always differs. But it's only when you get to know, when you get into the rhythm of, you know, tasting wine and doing all these simple steps that we always encourage people to do when you're tasting wine, then you get there. That's how you actually can get to a point where you can do a blind taste, where you don't know what's in the glass, but you can guess what's in the glass. And then it also tells you the age, which is the nice thing to know. So you see that when a wine is young, it gets to be deeply colored. So that's when it's more like deep red, you know, in color. And then as it ages, the older it gets, it actually loses its color. So every time you're looking at a glass of wine, even if it's a white wine, and you notice that the color is, well, white wine, I'll talk about it, but red wine, if the color is not much more like brown, then you know I'm about to drink like very mature. If it's deeply colored, then you know this is probably a young wine. That's for red. If it's weak, what's it? Like brownish, like if it's not a wet, yes, then it has been aged. Yes. Then also it could be that it has been oxidized. But if it's oxidized, it will lose its color and then lose the flavors and the alcohol. So oxidized wine is, imagine going into a restaurant and then they open a bottle of wine, but for 2 weeks nobody bought that wine. So because it gets to be exposed to the oxygen, now that it's open, it gets oxidized. That's how it loses the color, and then it also loses the fruitiness and the flavor profile. So that's why it's always important when you go to the restaurant and they offer you that tasting. That's what you look for. You know, you look for possible oxidation. It's not for what you like the word or not. Because they assume you know the wine. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what's important with the color. Other things would be like the sediment. Sediments are natural in wine. So the wine that is older could possibly have like sediments at the bottom. And that's because it's aged, especially if it's bottom aged. And then after that, once you've looked at your wine, you're happy with it. And it's always about, you know, the appearance, like it being exciting for you. Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to appetize you to like, want to drink this wine, you know? And then once you're done with that, obviously, you just want to swirl the glass. So when we swirl the glass, we just actually want to excite the aromas in the glass so they get released into the air so that we can nose them. And then once you're done with that, you just put your glass on your nose. Then you take a deep thing in, you nose it. It's always nice to open the mouth while you're nosing, like do it at the same time, nose and have your mouth open. Because then you allow the flavor. They call it I forgot what they call it, but it's much easier to pick them up when you have your mouth open compared to when you have your mouth closed like this. So you have to do it like with your mouth open. So if you do it with your mouth closed, it becomes difficult. There isn't that flow, you know. So and then once you're done with that, you obviously now want to drink it. So you take a sip, and even when you take a sip, it's always better to take just a little bit of sauce or air into the mouth. It does the same thing as swelling the glass. And when you taste it, I think at this point, let's just get to like it out.
No. Let's.
You like it?